Welcome to another custom livery, this week again in ACC, and we're designing a livery for a customer that I designed a logo for previously. Jutech Simworks, they build sim rigs, accessories for sim racing. Check them out. This episode is going to be slightly different to the one I did last week. Last week we took an existing design that we applied to another car for a client. Now this week we're going to be starting from scratch. All we have to work with is the Jutech logo, and the client has requested a black car with the blue from his logo as well as silver. So there may be one or two parts in this that I need to skip over, as I'm sure you don't want to sit here for how long it really takes to make a livery. Okay, let's get to it. So first up, we got to start with creating a Porsche template. Aha, so black livery, adding some blue from the logo, as well as a bit of silver trim. So we're going to start with that. The obligatory yellow logos on the end plates. And backwards. Okay, let's adjust that and get that sorted. Good stuff. Okay. May as well continue working on this wing. Let's drop some carbon fiber on there. Mask that out. Freaking upside down again. Okay, that's 2 for 2 now. There we go. Okay, so I figure for this one, what I'm going to do is place that Jutech emblem on the side of the car, right across the side. It's going to create some nice bigger blue shapes on the black. Let's test this out. Yeah, not bad. I think it's doing exactly what I thought it would do in terms of creating interest on the side of the car. I'm not too happy with that line over there. I think we need to adjust that. We need to get the bottom of that stripe running right down to the bottom of the black there. Okay, but I still need to sort out that line running up the side. So I think I'm going to drop that away and create a custom shape rather, the same color. At least I can curve that line nicely. Need to just tweak that back end a bit. Keep the line uniform as it goes up. Nice, I'm happy with that. Okay, the door handle. That crosses over the emblem. Let's create some of the what will appear pretty dark. I'm going to go dark gray on this one now, figure out the color as we go along. It appears black, but I'm hoping that we can create some small adjustments there. You'll also notice here that the blue that I've chosen for the in-game livery is not quite matching up with the blue of the Jutech logo, and it's kind of impossible to match it, so I'm going to have to cover it completely with the dark gray. Some small tweaks here. Yes. Keep on with the dark gray to cover that blue of the in-game livery. Of course, the in-game livery is what the other drivers in-game will see if they don't have this custom livery loaded. So you always need to pay attention to what you're giving the other drivers that don't have this livery loaded. Okay, lining up that front, trying to get that line to match up there with the emblem. To adjust it a bit thicker, angle it down a bit. Very cool, very cool. Need to round that off. That'll also match the theme of the logo. While we're here, let's drop in our Pirelli logos. Something a little bit more subtle. Okay, so something I want to try here, I want to put the Jutech logo twice on the bonnet here on the hood. One in this direction, and then I'll do another one in the other direction. Put this on a nice blue shape. We're gonna have to make that Jutech logo all black. It's not quite lining up with the side of the hood. It's looking a little bent at this stage. Let's work these blue shapes a bit here. Not bad, but this this livery map is kind of curvy and you'll spend hours trying to straighten that line out. So what we'll do is we'll make that a bit thicker, run it across the air vents there. Very cool. Of course, we're going to have our own headache trying to put the blue onto those air vents. Let's just tweak this nose out a bit here on the bumper. Okay, very cool. You see that Jutech logo is still arced a bit. Come back to that, but let's get the blue onto these air vents here. Always a bit tricky to line these up. Very much a manual process. Apply, test, apply, test. There we go. Looking good, but let's adjust this Jutech logo now to curve a little, which will give the appearance of it being more straight on the bonnet, on the hood. Nice, I like that. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to add some contrasting black onto this. A lot of these liveries take shape as I create them. I figure out what works as we go along. Seeing here, this black hardly stands out on the gray. The gray appears so black already. It's probably the reflections in this showroom, but okay, I'm gonna have to think of something to solve that. This idea for the on top of the roof to have this asymmetric design here. Add the logo, create some interest. Not exactly camera facing these logos, but create some interest on the livery. Yeah, I like where that's going. Still have to solve this color though. So I'm going back into the game and I'm going to just tweak this, maybe look at some options of what works here. I'm going to go for a silver base and rather add the black in. Yeah, satin metallic, one of my favorites. Add some gloss onto satin metallic. Okay, yeah, I think silver is probably going to create the contrast that I'm looking for, but let's just tweak the design a bit. Yeah, something subtle like that, yes. Maybe this is what it needs. Maybe it needs a bit of red accent. Not sure about that stripe that goes over the top of the car, but we're going to work that a bit, I think. Okay, but as an in-game livery, I think we're there. What I'll do is I'll add some white back in here, and then as soon as we create the satin metallic of this white, it's going to become silver, but maybe a slightly different silver. Once again, creating more interest, creating something different that people don't necessarily see, but it makes a difference. So we're adding in some white layers here. Now this is before we create the actual decals layer that I will make satin metallic. Okay, but one thing to keep in mind, we need to keep this blue probably on a black because the blue doesn't sit so well on the silver itself. So let's add most of the blue logos, etc., and blue shapes. Let's try to put some black behind them. Tweaking this shape to work well off the back of the window. Nice, I'm liking how that's coming out. Okay, let's put the opposite Jutech logo on the hood. Okay, mirrors, I'm thinking let's bring in that red highlights or accent. Red mirrors. Yeah, I like that. I'm liking that asymmetric design of the blue and the black on the hood. Don't worry about that side just yet. I'm liking the blue sitting on the black. Let's bring some more of our white/silver in the back, and then I think let's go black onto the rear. Yeah, that's going to be very cool. I of course have to picture this as I'm going, designing this livery, working out what works, what doesn't work, tweaking this shape a little bit so that it works with the emblem along there. You'll see how that follows the point of that emblem. Okay, back to putting the black under the blue. Oh yeah, that's going to look good. But I'm thinking I'm going to throw the asymmetric design in a bit further even here. I think this quarter panel here, I'm going to go black on that. I'll keep the opposite one silver, but for this one we'll go black. Pull the blue up the A-pillar a bit. Yeah. I like that. Oh, I'm liking the balance so far. Now, I need to get a Jutec logo on this side. You know, one doesn't have to, but you don't read it as a Jutec livery if you're not seeing the logo on the side in some way, shape or form. I've got to figure out how to do this. But I think I'm going to go more subtle, more classy, and put the smaller Jutec at the top there. Okay, and then let's add a bit of interests in some of these plain areas. Jutec SimWorks text. I have to curve that down a bit. Put the jutec.co.za website address. Yeah, I like that. And the Jutec SimWorks on the rear quarter panel. Okay, now we got some big areas here which I experimented with a bit off camera, but I think I'm going to put this halftone effect in here just to create, would you know it, a bit of interest. Okay, I like that. Just going to tone it down a bit. Nice. Looking good. I want to tie this red in a bit. So I'm going to keep that same satin metallic red that's on the mirrors. I'm going to put it here on the rear quarters. Duplicate it for the top. And let's see that. Yeah, that'll stand out a bit more when we don't have the wireframe showing. And of course a bit in the front, which will just tie it all together. Nice. I like that. Here we are. Hours and hours of work later and experimenting, figuring out, backtracking, getting this thing sorted. I really like how this one turned out. Drop a comment down below what you think of this livery. Also, what liveries you'd like to see me doing going forward. Let's get that subscriber count up. But for now, cue the cinematic shots.